Right. Hello, hello. We welcome back to us.
I'm eating cookies.
Yeah, well, so Bosco, our chef, made us homemade chocolate chip cookies to try, and they look delicious. Mmm. Very good.
More chocolate chip, but boy, the cookie's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See, I've been saying forever, do them here.
Yeah,
That's a great cookie.
that is a great cookie. But the Stress Factory has amazing cookies, too.
Yes.
They both have amazing cookies. So, well, you know what I wanted to talk about today? We didn't discuss what we're going to talk about, but I had something on my mind. So we just got back from Disney.
We never discuss.
No, we know.
Always a surprise to me.
Yes. So we just got back from Disney, and I wanted to talk about Disney burnout. It's real.
Oh,
And we saw it at the airport yesterday. Boy, did we see it at the
I
airport.
saw it at Disney. Go ahead, tell me what you saw.
So yesterday.
I know what you saw. I was involved.
Yeah, Vinnie was involved. So yesterday, of course, it was a flight back to New York and New Jersey because everyone's coming from Disney. It's this huge flight. Like now, United has these planes.
The biggest plane I've seen.
It literally is ginormous. The flight attendant yesterday said there was 425 people on the plane. And
What?
yeah, that's what she said, 425 people. It was the same flight down, 425 people. And they literally, it's the same flight this time period every 2 hours, coming back and going down.
When I go off my diet, I'm having these guys.
Yeah. So we're in the airport. Group 2 and Group 1 is lined up. We're in Group 2. Group 1 is lined
And
up.
by the way, can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
I can go early. I could say I'm deaf, and they would see me early. And we know that
Right.
because what happened when we landed. But also, you're one of those people. You started line 2.
No, a couple in front of me started line 2. I almost started line 2, and then I said to the girls, let's wait till somebody else comes. And then as soon as somebody else went, we went and sat. But in my defense, there was nowhere to sit in
Right.
that little airport. So I said, if I'm sitting in an aisleway anyway, I might as well just sit in Group 2. But I like to be part of the process. I like to get in line early. I like to sit there. I like to get on the plane early. I like to get my work done so we can move along faster. So I do.
You're so organized. I like to run in at the last second, banging people with luggage. We
So
both get on the same damn plane.
It doesn't matter. I like to get there early. And so we're sitting because I make Vinnie sit in the line for Group 2.
It
And
really is. You treat me like a child. I really believe that you think I'm a child. Just before all this happened, I was with Tabby saying goodbye.
right.
And I said to you, I'm with Tabby saying goodbye because she flew to Ann Arbor. We flew home.
Yeah.
I hang up the phone. Tabby's phone rings instantly. And you tell Tabby to make sure I go to the right spot. What?
Because I know Tabby's going to get it done. You don't. I have to tell you exactly what to do, where to go. So, because you don't pay attention. But yesterday, they said if there's any travelers traveling with 2 children, 2 and under, they can go on board now. But Group 1 and Group 2 are already lined up.
Right.
And those travelers, the way that there was people everywhere, there was no way to go around Group 1 or Group 2. So the families with the toddlers had to go through Group 1. It's
Right.
already lined up. So first, a woman starts going through with her, she's holding a baby, and she's going, excuse me. And there's a toddler trying to follow behind. So another mom, very nicely, tries to help said toddler because she doesn't know there's a father involved. To which suddenly that father is behind another family, screams, I'm trying to get to my wife. And he's got a huge double jogger stroller.
Right.
So first of all, Group 1, it's from like here to here. So now you have all these people that have to push out, like it's that thin little rope, and he's trying to battle his way in with a
Right.
double stroller, yelling at everyone. And in particular, that family that was trying to help his toddler. What he didn't bank on is that woman's husband was like a walking refrigerator. He was huge.
Big guy.
To which he said, don't yell again. To which he said, I'm trying to get to my wife. And he goes, don't yell again. To which he yelled again and again. And then he yelled at you because Vinnie was sitting down on the floor and Vinnie's foot was kind of out. And because he's got this huge jogging stroller that he's got to maneuver, he's got to like go into the rope and around.
He ran me over. Say it.
And he did. And then he yelled at you, excuse me, can you move? To which then I said, hey, he's deaf. Like.
And I missed so much of it because I'm deaf.
Right.
I would have my phone out. I would have videotaped immediately because I thought, and I said, this is going to be.
Well, it got ugly because then the wife that was helping the toddler turned to her refrigerator husband and said, I was just trying to help his daughter, which only incensed Mr. Refrigerator even more. Because then he turned to the guy yelling again and said, hey, don't yell again.
Right.
To which the guy goes, it was the most sincere. All right, I'm sorry. Just go. Just go. I'm sorry.
I really thought it was going to be some do not fly.
I did think so too.
Out, like free samples.
And which is even funnier, what you said, is those two families are now boarding the plane at the same exact time. So who knows what happened when they got down there.
I wanted them to be in the same row so badly.
Right. So then we get on the plane and so they redesigned the overhead compartment. So, and people carry, I mean, they have huge suitcases now
It's
going
ridiculous.
on, right? And then their carry-ons. So this one family comes on. They put their suitcases up above. A mom comes on with her little son. And she literally has one suitcase. It's this tall with, like, her carry-on is this big. And then her son's got an equally big suitcase. And she now wants to put her suitcase right above where she's sitting. And she is now yelling at the other woman who's put her suitcase up there. And she's moving the other woman's suitcase going, you can't just put in one suitcase. You can't take up the whole bin. And the woman is being so nice because she's taken off guard. And she's like, it doesn't fit the other way. It doesn't fit the other way. And she's like, this is so stupid. You're so stupid. I swear to God.
She said she was stupid?
Yes. You're so stupid. You're so stupid. And then
everything.
The husband pops up and he goes, ma'am, you can't do it that way. And she's like, no, you can't. And then she's doing expletives, calling them stupid.
Wow.
And then the flight attendant jumps in and goes, ma'am, they're right. You can't do it the other way. It's like one bag per bin, those bags that are that big. To which then she starts barking at the flight attendant going, you know this is a bad design flaw. This is really
right
stupid.
there the whole time?
Yeah, but you were on the other side. We had the kids in between and I couldn't tell you.
Why are you telling me I'm missing stuff like that?
So now she's railing on the flight attendant. Like United is calling the flight attendant and going, hey, you know, Sally, hey, we're thinking about redesigning the car cabins up above. Can you help us out on that? She's got nothing to do with that. You don't rail on her for that. I want to say, cheapo, check your bag.
Well, I think, you know, I said this for 100 times. 100 years.
I'm not even done with this lady.
All right, here we go.
I'm not even done.
I'm not even necessary to ask you go.
So then another older woman comes up and she says to the woman really nicely, she goes, oh, because she sees her son sitting there. If you just want to move over one, I'll sit right here. But the nasty lady had the aisle, to which she said, no, I have the aisle. I'm not moving in. So I was like, oh my God, what a psychopath. I swear to God, her little boy is probably, his birthday's today, because she did say his birthday's today. She said to the little boy said something to her, and she must have these outbursts often, because the little boy goes, Mom, and she goes, I'm really sorry. I'll try to do better next time.
The boy said it to the mother.
The boy said something to the mother, and the mother said, I'm really sorry. I'll try to do better next time.
Oh, the mother said that?
Yeah.
What a Hallmark movie moment that sounds like.
Right. And then if that wasn't enough, there was a medical emergency when we're landing. One kid was having a really hard time on landing. And a mom with 3 little kids right across from you. Her kid is also around 7 or 8. And her kid is perched backwards. First of all, you're supposed to be sat landing with your seatbelt on. They made the announcement like 9,000 times. I don't understand. People have flown. Like how many times they have to be like, excuse me, all passengers must be seated during landing. seated.
They
and
say, we mean all passengers, including you, Jane, in row 16A, B,
They
and
should
C,
have.
with that little bastard that won't sit down.
Well, because that kid, they're having a medical emergency with another kid. So, like, if you're the kid with a medical emergency, this kid is perched on the seat just staring at them. Like, honestly, like I don't care what like, turn your kid around. And then they're like, everyone has to stay sat because the EMTs are going to come on.
But then someone left anyway, or is that her?
People popped up anyway, and they're like, folks, you have to sit down
Right.
if the EMTs have to come on. It's just, I don't know, people get crazy after Disney.
That wasn't even the biggest thing happened on the flight.
What happened? What else?
A woman said, is that Vinnie Brand? Oh, my God.
Oh, that did happen. Then it first, no. She recognized Maddie first.
Yeah.
She recognized Maddie. So we had with us, it was me, Vinny, Cassie, Arnie's Sky, Maddie, and Maddie's boyfriend, Alec. And it went this woman, then Alec, then Maddie, then across the aisle.
I was as far away as possible.
You were all the way down.
And I can't hear.
And she's looking at Maddie, and she says, "You're Vinnie Brandon's daughter, right?" And she's
So it was, she recognized me and my progeny, my kids.
yeah. So and Maddie said, "I am," and she said, "You were my waitress on New Year's Eve." Oh my God, I'm so excited! I knew it. I got to take a picture of you. She didn't take a picture of you. She took a picture of Maddie.
But then she took a picture of me.
Yes.
Because then she realized I was there.
Sure, of course.
Well, she did. She said,
She
oh my
did.
God, Vinny, it's me.
Yes. Her name is Nancy from East Brunswick.
Right. And Nancy,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
if you're watching the podcast, I can't hear. So you were talking, I have a lot of anxiety when people talk to me. I can't hear them. I just look at them and go, because I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, there are sometimes, if Vinny ever laughs when it's not appropriate, I'm so sorry. There are times where I'll whisper to Vinny, that wasn't funny. And Vinny's like, okay.
Somebody told us one day someone died and I laughed.
Yeah, and I text you, that's not funny.
It was not a good moment.
No, not a funny moment. Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Now, you talk about Disney fry-out. So you go to Disney. It's incredibly expensive now.
Incredibly expensive.
And listen,
So much so that on the last day, I wouldn't let anybody sit down to eat.
yeah, we weren't
Because
allowed to eat.
I said, we've spent too much money. Keep
it moving, sister.
There will be no sit-down food until the very end when we've exhausted all. And Maddie did say, Mom, can we eat soon? I'm like, we can, but we spent a lot of money. I go, walk and eat, girl. Walk and eat.
And so then, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, talk about Disney fry-out.
Yeah.
So, people get fried.
They get fried.
And parents, lugging kids around. And, the lines,
Yeah.
95 minutes, 88-minute lines.
there was some 3-hour wait minute.
Well,
3
that's
hour.
95 minutes is 3 hours, right?
That's an hour and a half.
Oh, right. 200, what would it be?
180 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, and there
there
were
were
some.
180 minutes.
Yeah.
That's right. And so now, if you think about it, you paid, $1,200 to get your family into the park. If you don't know how to work the system,
You have to have the Genie Pass.
you could get onto 4 rides
Right.
for $1,800, and those 4 rides are 2 minutes and under each.
Yeah.
So you're lugging a kid. It's just a miserably long day. And if you're a parent and you got the kid with you, and the kid's going, it's hot, I'm cold, it's hot, it's raining, it's hot, sun. But by halfway through, the younger your kids are, the faster you fry.
I don't know about that. I think even older parents with older kids fry out, because when we were in Monsters Inc. with my mom, and Sky and Cassie were just kidding around, this family next to us, their daughter was probably 16, 17. They had another 13-year-old. Did you see what happened?
No, but that's a whole different type of frying. When a 17-year-old's, okay, the 4-year-old's going, carry me, I'm tired, they're hanging on you. And the 17-year-old spends the entire time, even her happiest moment, she's miserable the whole time. She never smiles, and then you see her do this. And then she's miserable again, because she takes the stuff and she's miserable. So that fries you out. Because after a while, you're like, why did I bring you here?
Yeah.
And
well, that mom was just nasty, too, because they put their one kid behind the rest of the family, and no one would talk to that kid. And then Cassie and Sky were kidding around, and the mom literally took her teenage daughter, moved her so she was next to Cassie and Sky, they weren't doing anything. They didn't hit her. Like, they were kidding around with each other. And she gave them a dirty look. So then my mom was like, oh, God, girls, you got to stop. I'm like, why? And my mom's like, because she's giving them a dirty look. I'm like, I don't care. She hasn't touched, my kids haven't touched her kid.
Where was I?
You charging your phone on the other side.
Oh, yeah, I found the outlets. So,
Yeah.
so I watched a guy get onto the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Yeah.
And, you know, they put the bar down. And then they say, okay, push your bar up. Push your bar up to make sure it's safe. Now, you got to hang on to everything because things are going to fly. So, first of all, I'm watching the guy online. This is him online.
Right.
That line, if you know, we got escorted in.
Well, because we had the Genie Plus pass.
Right.
So you have to do the Genie Plus pass with the lightning lanes, yeah.
Right. So we got in quick. He had been online. That line was 85 minutes.
Right, if you do the standard line, yeah.
Okay. That ride is one of the longest rides. Clocks in at like 2:30.
Yeah.
All right. And that day, it was cold. So that day, you know, first of all, the first day we were there was melt your bones hot.
It was 90 degrees.
It was more. It was
Yeah,
so
yeah,
hot.
yeah.
And then the last day there was a little chilly. So anyway, he gets on Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, and the woman comes by and she goes, I need you to push up on your bar. Push up on your bar to make sure you're safe. And the guy goes, he forearms the bar, and he makes a grunting sound. And, you know, the Disney employees, they've seen it all. She's like, thanks, sir. Have a magical day. And she goes, she doesn't give a shit. And the guy was flipped out. I saw it. It made me laugh so hard.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it is expensive.
It
And
is.
then you fry, right?
Yeah.
That's why, like, we'll walk around the park, and I'll jokingly
Right.
say in front of a group of people, I'll say to one of the kids, you get in that ride, you have fun. I paid for you to have fun. And you'll start having fun. And no one blinks. Everyone says, yeah, I've done that. Okay? So.
Well, you didn't hear what I said when we got to Epcot. So I said to Epcot, we get to Epcot, and I said, okay, phones away. We spent a lot of money, so we're going to be happy. And this other mom starts cracking up, and she goes, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, it is true. I'm like, phones away. We're going to be happy.
You got to do it. And so I love Disney.
Yeah.
But today, I woke up this morning, and we were gone for 7 days.
Yeah, 7 days.
And I'm like, I need a week off.
Yeah.
I need a week off to recover from that marathon.
Mm-hmm.
What did we say we walked the one day? Maddie said we walked 10 miles the one day?
Tabby said we walked 8 miles. The one
8
day.
miles?
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, you walk 8 miles, you're crisscrossing the park. It's a great park.
Yeah.
It's great. The Guardians of the Galaxy ride, you won't do. Have you done it, Noah?
No, we did. That was the only one we did.
Huh?
Only one we didn't.
No.
Let me tell you something. You screwed up. That is the best ride I've ever seen. And we got to ride Tron.
Tron, yeah.
Which we were there on day 2 of Tron.
Mm-hmm.
Tron's amazing.
Yeah.
And I love Tron.
Right. You got to do Tron twice because we had someone secret in our corner. We had Kate, our friend Kate,
That's right.
was, even though she was on her own vacation, she was doing our Genie Pass.
She was on vacation doing that?
She was on vacation doing that.
I'll tell you right now, Vicki.
Yeah.
Kate was organizing our trip so much.
Yeah.
And she got so many things done. The halfway through that day, I said to myself, I married the wrong girl. And
I know. Kate was amazing.
It was
She's
amazing.
like, I got you, Tron. Get on now. I got
it was
you
amazing.
this."
And
Yeah.
it was,
Do you want me to move your dinner reservations? I'm like, oh my God.
she started organizing our day early,
Yeah.
and she didn't stop until 8 o'clock at night.
No, 10 o'clock at night.
10 o'clock at night.
That's when she got you on Tron.
And she did a great job. It was really incredible.
Yeah.
We got a lot done. But Tron, which blew me out.
Yeah.
I love Tron. When I got on Guardians of the Galaxy, it is the most beautiful ride inside. I mean, it's incredible what they did with the ride. Now, I love Universal too. We did Universal.
Yeah, we did Universal.
Universal's good.
I do think so. On the last day, we had my mom out twice on long days because the SeaWorld day, I think we ended at like 6:30.
But that day was the hottest day.
That was the hottest day. But the one day we had my mom out for 15 hours, she was a champ. And then
How
the
about me?
last
I
day,
did the one day from 8 a.m. until 1 a.m.
Yeah, you
I did
did.
8 a.m. to 1 a.m. Okay? I don't quit.
Yeah.
We
but
go home when Mickey goes home.
Yeah. So, but the last day we left our condo at 9:30, and we got home at 9:45.
Right.
And my poor mom, she was said at the very end, "I'm grateful. I love you. Can we please go home? Can we?"
But I wanted to go on. Okay, so the whole trip, I said, I don't care what we go on. I'm happy. I like the big golf ball.
You do like the big golf ball,
which I never get to do because you guys never want to see anything educational. Like you go to Disney World, if there's an educational ride, you guys are like, nah, ain't doing that.
Yeah.
So I like that ride. And I want
Right.
Cassie to see the ride. And there's never a line on that ride.
Yeah.
Disney could be on 7-hour waits. That ride is 5 minutes because no one does that ride.
Yeah.
They have to refigure that ride out at some point. But anyway.
But that was what was funny about that is to back up, when I finally let everybody eat, then the older kids said, we want to drink around the world. We only have an hour to do it, but we want to go around the world.
Right.
And we said, okay, Uber home. And we'll meet you there. We're leaving. But because Cassie is a mini you, she's got to take pictures. So right now...
Yeah, why would you want pictures?
Oh, my God.
Nobody takes pictures when they're on vacation. You might remember something. No, don't do that.
No, but we are
store it up here, loser.
No, we're taking Taxi's taking picture after picture after picture. And now she wants a picture of her in it and a picture of her and Sky in it. And a guy is standing right behind me, literally says to his kids, how many pictures is this family going to take? And so my poor mom's exhausted. You don't even know she said this to me. She goes, Vicki, sometimes you just got to say no to Vinnie and Cassie. And
oh, hey, Donna, stay in your lane.
So I said,
stay in your lane.
So then you said you wanted to go in the big golf ball.
I want to go in the golf ball.
So,
I heard her response.
Yeah, and she was like, come on, no. And I was
No. What she said was, exact quote, please, no.
Yeah, she did.
I mean, it was like I was going to waterboard her for information. Please, I'll tell you
She's
anything
so
you want.
tired. And I said, Mom, we'll go get the car. We'll go get the car, and, we'll sit in the car. So she says, okay. So with that, because took so long.
That's a long ride.
Right. Maddie, Tabby, and Alec
caught up with us.
I call them. I'm like, where are you? They're like, we're just about to get an Uber. I'm like, you might as well just get in the car. And they beat you guys back to the Uber. But Cassie is...
Back to the car.
Yeah, back to the car. Cassie is you, though, to a T. I'm telling you.
I think everybody watching says we're grateful for that.
The party never ends with Cassie or you. It never ends. It's can we do that again? Can we do this? Can we stay to the end? Can we do this? Can we do this? 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes.
But I got to tell you something. The big golf ball is it's an educational ride. And you know what Cassie said getting off the ride?
Right.
She goes, Dad, I really learned a lot on that ride. So help me God.
Right.
And the things I wanted to see the Hall of Presidents.
Snooze fest.
What?
Snooze fest. I do. And when we go to the Hall of Presidents, that's when I take a nap. It's dark.
Oh, snooze fest.
Yeah, it's dark.
I thought you said douchebag.
That too.
So the Hall of Presidents, how could you not want to see what they did with Trump? How could you not want to see?
Yes, I get it, but I don't want to waste time.
Are a bunch
20
of
minutes.
He probably points at people. That president there was a loser. Nixon, Vietnam, tragedy. Lyndon Johnson, really? You weren't even president, weren't even elected. Okay, it would have been great.
Yeah,
It would have been great.
No, but we had so much to do, and rides were breaking down a lot. So we got caught on the Haunted Mansion. That's the only thing with the Genie Plus Pass. Like, you're there and you've got something else, and now you're caught at a ride and you're stressing.
And let me say something about Universal versus Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And this is everything that you need to know. So our Genie Plus whatever for the Pirates of the Caribbean, they shut the ride down.
Right.
So because you have another free ride, go do whatever you want. So I went to Space Mountain.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, I'm sorry, this is only good for Dumbo. No shit, Dumbo.
Yeah.
So I go to they have a guest experience booth, and I said to the girl, hey, listen, we're at Pirates, got shut down. I want to do Space Mountain. She goes, I fixed it for you. Boom. Go to Space Mountain. Seconds, done. Now, Universal. And Universal is much better than it used to be.
Yeah, much better.
We go to Moe's to eat.
Right.
And, you're going to get, 4 hamburgers. That's, $317. And so the woman behind the counter was very nice. And I said, I want to get a combo for my wife. She wants a soda. And she goes, you have to do that at the cash register. So I go to the cash register. I go, I got to get a combo. She goes, I'm sorry. Now, we're talking 10 feet.
Yeah.
She goes, you have to get the soda first. So I go, well, it's right there.
Right.
Can't I just walk over there and get soda and come right back? No. I can't ring you out. My food's all hot. She goes, stay over here. Stand to the side. Hold your tray and watch you doing that. 5 people got on the soda line. Now I'm going to be 10 minutes on the soda line. So I went without the soda. Disney would have made that work.
Yeah.
Universal? No. She could watch me the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, and P.S., I'm offering to pay for a soda. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Yeah.
I don't take it.
Yeah.
So it's really silly how they do things. And but Disney blows it out. And as much as I like Disney, I am ready now for just a little bit of a break from Disney.
I am too. We've done Disney a lot, and I feel like...
How many times do you think we've done Disney?
Well, Maddie and I were trying to calculate it because Maddie's first time she was 2, and there's several years that we went twice.
I'm going to tell you, we've done Disney 15 times.
No, more than that.
More.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
more than that.
It's crazy. When you see that stock price going up, the brands just left Disney again.
Yeah.
And I do love it, though. I do. But, man, I'm tired.
I'm tired, too. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I really am. This will be the last time because I got to go pick up Cassie
you
from school.
snapped at me a couple times.
Oh, stop it. And the one thing we did do, which was super cool on our down day, is we went kayaking in that little creek.
Yeah, we saw alligators.
We saw alligators.
Like
and
little babies, a couple, a foot and a half one, little 6-inch jobs.
Yeah.
Foot and a half. And the guy was very chill.
Yeah, so we did a tour. It was very inexpensive, extremely inexpensive. And I mean, the tour was just slightly more money. We're in the middle of a podcast.
I know.
What are you doing?
I'm telling Nate.
Okay. So it was just slightly more money to do the tour. And we did it with a mom and 2 daughters. They were from another country.
Yeah.
Who just kept ramming into us. After the first hour of a kayak, you pretty much get how to do it.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Let me just say one thing. They rammed into me. They rammed into Alec. They rammed into you, Maddie, Tabby, and Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
Only the women made a capital case out of it. You say ram, you make it sound like we hit the iceberg and we're going down in the alligator pit. All right?
Well, I didn't want to go
kayak
over.
touched your kayak. It touched your kayak. I was entertained because the woman was getting a little flustered. So here she is. She's hitting people who shouldn't give a shit because it's not that big a deal. And she's flustered. You're flustered. Don't you see how? Wait, just let me. Don't you see how unnecessarily full of drama that is? You're on a kayak in Florida looking at baby alligators, and the 5 of you, the 6 of you if you count her, don't you hit my kayak? It's not even your kayak. You rented it. She could sink the goddamn thing, and you would be in the exact same position you're in right now.
I know, but I didn't want to accidentally go in the water because honestly, that's the whole reason why we did the tour guide is because the fact that there is alligator. I had a whole conversation with him. I said, if I fell in right now, would an alligator possibly attack me? And, he was very pro-alligator with the whole, He
was pro-alligator.
Very pro-alligator. He said, yes, because they wouldn't. He said, not with me here, because I know how to fend alligators off. He said, but if you were alone, an alligator doesn't know what you're doing in the water. So they're going to first see if you're food. And so that's why he said he would go in the water.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You know I love you, right?
Yeah.
All right. And if you went in the water with the alligator, I'd be mad at that woman. Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. But you also know now, looking back on it, right, that the ramming that you experienced, you weren't going in the water, right? I mean, you had no shot.
No, she was just annoying.
Yeah. But you see, that's the whole thing.
Maddie and Tabby were really annoyed.
But you have to just, every now and again, you have to say to yourself, is this worth me getting upset about?
Really? You're a person that's saying that?
Please, when do I get upset?
Oh, we need a whole other podcast just for that.
No, we don't.
No,
I get upset at monumental things.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, my God. Let me tell you something. I was upset with the guy yelling at me on the plane. Only because if I had 10 seconds more notice, I would have videotaped the whole thing.
Right.
I was mad that I missed the video.
Right. So I got to go because I had to go get Cass.
All right.
So, all right. Thank you all. We'll see you all next week.
See you all next week.
Bye-bye.